language, food, and culture, they normally go hand in hand with each other. When we go and see the history of the Portuguese food, I studied that in university, the history of gastronomy and so forth. And then you actually also see the history of the Portuguese language in itself. They're very much connected because we ended up
Mm.
acquiring and sharing dishes from our culture and from other cultures.
Yeah.
For instance, the Asian, India, and China, we started sharing, but also linguistically speaking, we also borrowed things from them and gave them things.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to see how they connect and how they are so closely related. And yeah, I would say gastronomy and language are very, especially in Portugal, are very connected.
Well, most of our like sayings in Portugal are related to food, you know?
It's
Peixe
true.
no puxa carroça, these kind of things. There's always some connection with food.
It is true. I think it's a very big part of our culture. Everything that we do is about food, even business. When we do business, it's sitting in a table eating,
Yeah,
basically. So it's kind of like it's in us, it's intrinsic to us.
for sure. And I think also both things, food and language, at the beginning may seem a little bit daunting, but once you understand them, it just works.
It's true. It's true. Um, when due to my background, when I teach my students, I normally do a lot of comparisons to the
Okay.
background of cooking. Because back in the day, one of my teachers, she inspired a little bit the way I teach now. And she used to tell us, if you understand how things work, you will be able to do whatever you want to with it. And
Mm,
it's a little bit of how I see language also. Like in cooking, if you understand the techniques, if you understand how things relate to each other, you can do like thousands
yeah.
of dishes. Same thing in language. If you understand how the language works, you'll be able to put any ingredient you want into it and make it work for yourself.
Yeah.
So it's just trying to then find the way to understand it.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned something interesting where, you know, in the Portuguese language, there's crossovers with other languages. I was with a Japanese client the other day,
Hmm.
and he said origato.
Hmm.
And I was like, that sounds very similar to obrigado. And did some digging, and there's a link between the two words somehow. I don't know if you.
Yeah, there are some background a little bit on that. I'm not very sure because I remember also doing some research on it, but I don't remember too much about it.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of things related to Japanese, to Chinese, to India, to
Yeah.
all of those countries. Even like specific words. In Hindi, if you want to say table, is mez. If you want to say
Mm,
in Portuguese, is mesa
yeah.
or key, chave, and chabi, for instance.
Yes,
So
Shabby.
they're very connected. It's very interesting.